Hi everybody, it's Gigi from Kludgy Mom again, and I am back with another video tutorial. Today we're talking about another really cool WordPress plugin, and it is going to help you deal with pesky and creative spammers. For those of you that are on self-hosted WordPress, hopefully you are using the Akismet plugin to capture and dispose of most of your spam comments. And if you're not using Akismet, I highly recommend that you go install it ASAP. However, sometimes there are very creative spam bots and spammers out there that are able to get around the Akismet filters. And I get these about once every 6 months, and they are very crafty, and they will find one of my posts and continue to hit comments on it over and over and over again. And some days I'll get 50 to 60 to 70 of the same comment from the same spammer. And Akismet doesn't capture those, even though I've updated Akismet and make sure that everything is good to go. Here is one example. This one is not quite as bad as another one that I get, but right now I've got this particular this particular spammer is hitting my iPhone app post from last week that I wrote about shake a phrase. And this guy is continuing to hit it every 2 or 3 hours and leave different spam comments. And he's not necessarily being caught by Akismet. So there is a way to actually get around those creative spammers and actually specifically ban them from hitting your website altogether so that they can't even leave a comment in the first place. And so this is kind of a second layer of protection on top of Akismet for those particular spammers that somehow get through the system and start inundating you on a particular post. You're going to use a plugin called WP-BAN, WordPress BAN. This is a great plugin, and it has saved my life on more than one occasion, and I'll show you how in just a second. But the first thing you're going to do, as always, is download the plugin and unzip it and install it and then activate it into your WordPress dashboard, which you should already know how to do. Now, once you have this plugin installed, it's going to show up in your settings sidebar down here called BAN. And there is going to be a way for you to configure this plugin so that you can stop those pesky spammers that get through your Akismet filter. Here are your options. What you're going to do is you are able to select specific IPs to ban from your site. And this means they will be banned from ever leaving a comment if they try to come in under that IP. And this applies even if, let's say it's not a spammer. Let's say you've got some kind of, anonymous heckler, a stalker that kind of creeps you out and is always on your blog and doesn't make you feel comfortable. Ban them. I wouldn't use this as a tool just to get rid of comments you don't like or people you don't like, but used judiciously, this can be a really powerful tool. So let's say here that I've got this guy that keeps spamming me, and I really don't want to deal with having to address these comments individually, mark them as spam, and delete them over and over again. All you need to do is copy that IP address. My cursor doesn't always work really well. You copy that IP address, and in this box right here for banned IPs, you just type in that new IP address. You cut and paste it right in. This plugin also allows you to use wildcards. So let's say that this spammer is coming in under 91.124.27, 91.124.28, and he's doing a bunch of different IP addresses with different extensions. All you have to do is type in 124 asterisk, and it will ban any IPs with that extension on it, which should get most of those spam comments all at one time. You can also ban IP ranges, host names if you find that a particular host name is spamming you over and over again. Refer, so maybe there's a particular domain that keeps hitting your blog and you really don't want them there anymore, you can ban by domain, also using wildcards, user agents, which I don't know much about, and so on. There's a message that's generated back to those banned IPs once they try to hit your site. It just basically says you are banned. I didn't do anything to modify this. I left it in its default setting. And then you just hit save changes and you're good to go. What's really interesting is that once you set up these IPs to be banned, you can come down and look and see how many attempts those particular addresses have made to come onto your site. So check this out. This is a guy, he comes back over and over again, and the email address is Jonn, Jonn something, @gmail.com. It looks like a valid Gmail address, which is probably why Akismet doesn't catch it. He has this really cute little bunny alien avatar, and he leaves these, horribly worded spam comments. I've blocked him 981 times using this plugin. If I didn't have this plugin in place, I would have gotten 981 email alerts saying that this particular spammer had left comments on my blog. And I'd have to manually go in, delete those comments, mark them as spam, because Akismet doesn't catch them. So this has been a huge lifesaver for me. He's also come back under this IP address, and I've blocked him 404 times under that IP address. So huge time saver. Once I see that he comes back and I start getting emails in my inbox, I go in, I check his new IP in my comments field, I copy and paste that new IP address into IP ban, and I am good to go. So if you've got some of these spammers that keep getting around to Akismet, look into WordPress-ban as a plugin. If you need help configuring it, please feel free to email me, tweet me, and I will be happy to work with you on getting that set up. I hope this was helpful, and have a great day.